It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, and Tom Griswold. And now, here's Tom.
Bob and Tom. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are indeed worldwide. On both YouTube and American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations like this one. Happy to be here. Today is the 2nd of April, 2020. And let's see now. We survived April Fool's Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you get the idiotic thing that the governor's declared all students have to redo the school year next year?
Yeah. Oh, no.
I did not get that one.
God, I wish we could find the people that released that and have them publicly executed. But no, that's not happening, everybody. You don't have to go start over again. Of course, there'll be a couple of kids might have. Never mind. If you want to reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. And I'm going through lots of email. And we have...
I got a very nice one here.
Oh, go ahead.
It's, well, they call me a comedic genius in it. That may be why I...
Well, that's what you are.
Did your mom, she finally got a hold of your...
She did, yeah, thank
your
you.
Email address?
Thank you, Mother.
Mr.
No, we all made movie recommendations for this bizarre time in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I recommended one called Savannah Smiles from 82.
Hard no.
Oh, just a lovely movie. And this person...
What age group is that for? Is that...
7?
Families. Yeah.
5, 6, 7 years old.
Adults can love it. Kids. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Idiotic, stupid.
No, it's wonderful.
Nobody gets
and,
killed, nothing.
They want to know, Couch is this person's name, wants to know if I cried. Yes, the answer is yes. I cry. I cry every time I see that movie.
Oh.
But they have a request. It's sort of obscure, but I think we can dig it up if you're willing. With all the homeschooling that is happening throughout the country, could it be possible to play the French whales learning and teaching us how to say hello and count
Nothing.
to 1 and 2?
I've known Josh for 10 years, maybe.
Yeah,
I've never
longer,
seen him laugh at harder or longer or more uncontrollably than at the whales trying to speak.
Couldn't take it.
Okay,
And this playing will be no exception.
I will have to... I can find the news story. Mm-hmm. Why don't you describe the news story from memory while I look for it?
Well, these folks claimed, I guess it was in France, that they were able to speak with the orcas. They taught them just simple counting 1, 2, 3,
and they
saying hello.
They would say back.
And I would say to varying degrees of success.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a stretch.
Here we go. I found the story.
Wow.
It was hailed as a
good for you
breakthrough.
Gotta love the internet.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's the story as written. An orca, or killer whale, in France can vocalize several English words, suggesting the species is capable of mimicking human speech. Mm-hmm. A 14-year-old whale named Wiki can say hello,
Nope.
1, 2,
Nope.
aha,
No, he can't.
bye-bye, and even the name of her trainer, Amy. Let's see, what else does it say? Imitating vocal sounds in this way is a key component of language. The ability to do so is rare in mammals besides humans. Despite their intelligence, other primates are not generally capable of such imitation.
No, parrots. That's
Yeah.
But they have tried to teach, or they have successfully taught certain apes sign language.
Sure, yeah.
Famous Washoe, of course.
Yeah.
You know,
Coco, the talking gorilla, is barely in the.
Here we go.
Mind.
Dean has actually found this. Wow, that was very good, Dean. This is the audio, various cuts of the whale talking. So let me see if we can figure out which one this is. And this is totally legit.
Right.
Yeah.
Here we go. And I'm glad, by the way, it's not April 1st, because we can actually do this story without having. Is it in April?
What don't?
Hello? 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 Hello?
The last one.
He picked up a habit.
It's like one of the Stooges walked in.
It sounds like he's smoking.
Right.
He's got a raspy voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Len, here we go.
Hello?
I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What the hell are they passing off as
Wipe
hello?
yourself off.
Now, there's more.
Yeah.
Here we go.
1, 2.
All right, now, I'm not a scientist, but
one of two things has happened. Either the whale's being sarcastic and making fart noises, or the whale doesn't know what's going on. He's just making noises because he's hearing noises.
Right.
Sure.
One of the two.
what was that address again, Willie?
1, 2.
Now, these
Come on. She got a grant for this. I know she got a grant for this.
Yeah.
Can you imagine any legitimate scientist is going, no.
Oh, look, we're going to have to pull your grant money. We heard the recording.
Okay, let's continue with the 1, 2.
1, 2.
That's kind of
Close. I mean, you can kind of see what they're doing.
I mean,
Wait a minute. If you removed her going 1, 2 and just
No
played
clue.
that
Yeah, we'd
and
have-
said, "What's this whale saying?"
Right.
You'd go,
Right.
Just whale
squawk.
noise. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is still the 1, 2.
1, 2.
Again.
That's unacceptable.
Once again, the whale's just being contrary is what he's doing.
And let's hope that you don't have to wash those shorts.
no joke.
Wow. That is the sound of a shark.
Try to get whale crap out of
Yeah.
your sheets. Go ahead, try.
That's like the one where you see the hippo's ass and the helicopter tail and the explosive diarrhea. Okay, let's try it again.
1, 2.
Again, weak at best.
That's why you love it so much, Josh.
There are many reasons. It's the possible sarcastic factor of the whale. It's the fart noises. It's
Yeah.
everything.
Well, as you said last time we played this, it sounds like your late grandfather after that trip to
The whale goes home,
the
and
Mexican
Mrs. Whale
boat.
said, "How'd it go today in the aquarium?" And, well, I made fart noises at her. Didn't that used to be, you'd hear, the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite.
Yeah,
But people don't
stuff
know
in
what
the
that
background.
sound is
And
anymore.
they don't have those.
Teletype.
They don't have those anymore.
They don't?
No.
Here at the radio station, we don't have those anymore.
What do we have?
We have
Digital letters.
That's right, digital letters. We
As
looked
Tom calls
computers.
email.
We looked to Tom for the latest in
No, but
terms and
the point
technology.
was instead of exchanging a lot of paper here, I've asked that we just review the mail digitally off my screen here.
Yes, good.
We've done that. The most important one so far from Antarctica, from William listening. Once again, we're worldwide on American Forces Radio and on YouTube right now.
Doesn't anyone want to meet William? Okay, sir.
Got a request here. Good morning from Seattle, from Derek.
Hi, Derek. What
Derek.
joke of mine would you like to hear?
Seattle.
He wants to hear, and I don't know if we can find him, but is Aruba Ray here, the famous club owner?
Aruba Ray.
You know, he is. He is
is
here.
here?
Yeah, he had to quarantine somewhere, and he chose the studio.
Wow.
So let me call him. Hey, Ray, it's safe. It's safe to come out. No one. Hey!
There he is.
Now, Aruba Ray, I understand you're a club owner.
That's right.
Not doing a lot right now.
With the quarantine, I'm sure you've closed your club.
Well, you'd think, wouldn't you, Tommy?
Yeah.
But nope. Filled to the gills every night.
Hey.
How'd you get people to come in when the quarantine's on?
With all kinds of specials.
Oh, like what?
You get a free ventilator with every shot. Made from recycled aquarium parts.
That's got to be a big success for
Oh,
you.
yeah.
And where's your bar located, Aruba Ray?
Well, you got to get on the dark web to find the address.
I think it would be in Aruba.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Ray. We'll talk to you again.
Yeah.
That was
Hey.
very helpful.
You know how many Aruba Ray T-shirts we could sell?
See,
Give it to the virus.
there actually is an Aruba Ray, so
Yeah, exactly. We don't know.
There's a real Aruba Ray. We don't want
How
to.
about
We don't
this?
know how litigious he
How about
is.
we spell it AROOBA?
I don't think that's enough.
Would that be enough?
That might be
About-
enough.
I think that might be enough.
How about a booba a booba ray?
Well, that's our Wednesday night special, Christy.
Christy's finally gone around the bend.
Welcome to Abuba
I would
Rays.
like to hear that played back. What about a booba booba dooba?
Aruba Ray. Okay. Get that guitar out, pal. Let's get another song. Right here.
I think David's got to be done.
And
Got to be done.
Christy Lee is in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Hi, everybody.
She's got her own room now.
Remember that? I think I love you. I think I love you.
I like that song.
I do too.
So afraid of.
It's got that
Afraid
cool
that
beginning.
I'm not sure of.
You're talking about that
There
because
is no cure for.
because Pat Godwin said that he used to look like David Cassidy.
Yeah, I think he
Said
did.
that? Chick said that.
He did. He does.
No, you've said that.
Have I? Oh, I didn't know where Chick got that.
There is there's a resemblance.
And Your Honor, let the record show that Pat had a picture of him that looks a little like David Cassidy, ready, willing, and in the air, sent to us within seconds of us talking about it.
Couldn't wait to share.
I knew it was in my
Couldn't wait.
Facebook profile there area.
So is that like the lead shot? So people look at that and go, "Oh, look at this guy. He looks he looks like a 19-year-old in 1970."
No, much older than that.
And then the big disappointment.
Really? Well,
No, it is an old picture,
kidding.
Pat. I mean, you're holding your draft card.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
From the Confederacy.
by the looks of me, I would not get into the draft.
It's an old card.
It's very, very old.
Now, I understand we have some guitar music coming up. Is
We
that
do,
correct?
yeah.
I noticed the Dean is strapping on a bass.
Yes.
Looking forward to. I think that isn't the.
No, he's got frets this time.
Oh, this is the fretted bass.
Oh, sorry to hear it. What are you worried about?
Got a lot of
Electric
worries.
guitar, not
Okay, while he
bass.
does that, I want to say hi to Mark. He's doing something. This is just as important as everything else. He's picking up garbage in a garbage truck in West Virginia.
Mark,
Love it.
you're a
Love
good
it.
man.
Have you
Thank
seen him pick up garbage? It's like one guy on a truck, and they got the claw that reaches
Sure.
out and gets your
Not
thing.
my guys.
And they
didn't-
never miss.
No, they never
They don't
miss.
accidentally knock over one. It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
My guys didn't pick up my garbage yesterday.
Oh,
They
God,
didn't,
how
huh?
have we been on the air this long and not heard about this? What's
I
going
had
on?
sticks in it, and apparently you can't do that.
Oh, well, you should have put in REO.
Wait a minute. Did you have your girls out picking up sticks in the yard?
No, I did it.
Why don't you save them and have a bonfire?
Because I don't have a pit for that.
You don't need a pit. You got a backyard.
Put them in the
Yeah.
backyard, caught my
You got
backyard
a
on fire.
bathtub, don't you?
If you set them on fire in the backyard, it'll create its own pit. Right?
That's a good point. You do make a good point.
That's the way hillbillies do it.
I
Get
have
your
done this
solo
for
cup.
years. I've never had a problem, and this time they didn't pick it up.
You got to burn yourself a pit.
Okay, Are you ready there in the music room back there?
I think so.
Can't have a possum fry without a pit.
Does this need an introduction? What's happening?
Well, this is what's going on in the world right now. We're not supposed to do certain things. We're supposed to do other things, washing your hands. And this is the tough one. This is something we do probably 90 times a day anyway under the old rules. So let's take you down musical highway. I think you'll enjoy. All right! Got a little itch on my nose going tang-a-lang-a-lang. Want to reach up and scratch it, but I ain't touching that thing. I'm all alone in this truck, and I've been driving all night. I got no Purell, no most whites, ain't no exit inside. Corona's out to get me. There's germs all over the place. No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face. I stopped to get gas. The pump is filthy as hell, and the credit card pad is dirty as well. I went in to pee, opened the door with my foot. They got no bar soap, no towels, and I'm covered in soot. The virus is out to get me. I could be the next case, cause it's so damn hard to keep my hands off my face.
Yeah.
Oh, bravo.
That's a great one.
All right.
No huggy, no kissy.
Yeah.
Keep your hands off.
Wedding.
Keep your hands off your face.
How
ladies
good
and
is that song?
Terrific.
It's a great
Both,
song.
all versions.
Yes, that is terrific.
Georgia satellites.
Yep.
We had Dan Baird in here.
Yes, we
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Two
Did he
interesting.
pass away?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay,
Jesus,
good.
No,
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Yeah, I think he died in a
Del-
tiger attack, didn't he?
delightful guy.
He's a wonderful guy.
After a long fight with a polar bear. No.
In Antarctica.
Long fight with a grizzly bear.
He was in here, and I said, "How come you left the Georgia Satellites?" And he says, "Because they became a Georgia Satellites cover band."
Wow, what a line.
Yeah, that is a bit. I remember. I can remember the what do they call it when you get the Ace? What's the list called that you send in advance of the band's going to come? The rider of the stuff they need backstage. Remember what was on their list?
Oh, the satellites? I don't remember. No.
Beer.
Was it clean white socks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted a case of clean white socks. case of beer and a case of water.
Dan Baird is 66. His birthday is December 12th, and he's out with the. I wish he would have talked to Robert Plant. He's out with the Dan Baird Band.
Oh.
Not the Dan Baird swinging silent sounds of
UFO
tectonic plates.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, I'm sure they're great, and
Sure.
Robert Plant's band is unbelievably
Well, of
great.
course
They are.
Yeah, but they just have a bad name.
I like the name.
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah, what is
What
it?
is
What is Robert Plant's band's name?
They're the.
It's not the Robert
No, look
Plant
it up.
band.
They're. I'm not. My hands. I'm not touching.
Okay.
the computer.
Nobody sent it to him either.
They're the penile shapeshifters.
That would have been a better name.
Much better. We laughed at that.
I think Shapeshifters is in the title.
Yeah, aren't they the
Sounds of
third world
I have
shapeshifters?
no idea.
Something with Teutonic plates.
Yeah,
Look it up.
And Robert has a podcast.
Why can't Robert Plant hear this and call us and explain his thinking?
It's a fun name. Calm
It's
down.
stupid.
Well,
He's Robert Plant.
It'd be fun if we could remember it.
Sensational shapeshifters.
Oh, so I was close.
Sensational
Yeah, you were very
shapeshifters.
It is Shapeshifters?
That's
I knew it was something like that. So now we have to.
And why doesn't he go by Bert? What's wrong with Bert?
Bert Plant.
Bert Plant, lead singer for Zeppelin. He's so cool he could be
No.
Bert.
Wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hear "Hey, hey, mama, the way you move."
What about Robbie?
Bert.
Robbie Plant?
Robbie Plant.
Bert Plant's not going to go squeeze me like a lemon till my juices drip down your thighs or whatever that line
Oh
is.
my gosh.
I think the juice runs down my leg.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I
think you've got it
I assume
real-
it starts
you've
at
got
the
it real
thigh.
bad, man.
It's not
Is
the
the lemon
wrong
song?
juice unless it's like a foot boil. I'm just guessing it's not. Coming up, speaking of shaping your shift, I mean, shifting your shape, sorry.
Yes.
I don't know how that came out wrong.
If you're shaping your shift, you've got too much time with it.
If you're doing that, you've gone around that. You really do need
that would be an
professional
artist.
help.
That would be an artist of the topiary turd.
That's a scene from Ghost they cut out.
I made this one. It's a little unicorn.
This next one's gonna look like a frog with a hat on.
You're going to put the balloon animal guy out of business.
Another snake.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and we're going to attempt to hook up with one of the best comedians I know, Dwight Slade.
Dwight Slade?
I hope to God he's not hearing this.
I like this guy. This is overexcited guy. I like him.
Okay.
It's a great character. Let's flush this out.
Okay.
I got a new pen.
To wipe it
think-
off?
A new pen, Tom.
Isn't that Aruba Ray? I think that's the same guy.
Hey!
Oh, see, there's a
Josh is limited in the amount of characters he can do.
Okay. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast, on great radio stations like this one, and worldwide visually on YouTube. And we're going to attempt to hook up with
the most photogenic comedian.
Yes.
10 years in a row.
Yes.
he's a very handsome man, Dwight Slade, a man of a certain age who looks 30 years younger than he is.
By Image Magazine.
Now, we're
There
hoping
he
to
is.
get the camera up in Dwight's attic where there's the painting of Dwight aging. Is this working? Can you hear us, Dwight?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. that's-
Oh, good to see you, Dwight.
Hey, good. Yeah, hi, everybody. Hi, Josh. You can be
Dwight.
excited now.
Hey, Dwight Slade.
By the way, Dwight, I'm glad that you and Josh and Godwin all coordinated to wear the same shirt
I
today.
was thinking the same thing.
Holy hell.
The Al Borland collection.
And
It's true. It's
whatever the angle is on this camera, you could be Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead right now.
Yeah.
People would think you were really Bobby.
really, wow. I don't think he's up right now.
Probably not.
I'm guessing. And now, one of the things that people have been observing throughout this quarantine with these various cameras in homes, the interesting backgrounds that people have, which in your case is not interesting.
It's a prison, basically.
Kind of
I don't want this-
a neutral wall and a shade there over your left shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah, it hides everything else that I'm hiding from society underneath this. And plus, I don't want Zoom to catch on because I got invited to a Zoom quote happy hour recently.
Yeah.
Great. Now I can feel awkward.
Now, your household at this point in the quarantine features what other human beings?
A dog and a cat and my wife. I'm sorry that it was in that order.
I was going to say.
Glad she's not listening.
Subconsciously, yeah.
Okay. Now, are you walking the dog? In my case, I currently have 3 dogs, and I'm walking them pretty much constantly. One of them keeps stopping and parking her in heat, but
her cream keister.
Are you walking the dog a lot?
We are doing a lot of walking, just trying to stay out of the house. What I've done is instead of estimating 6 feet to keep social distance, I've taken one of those pool noodles and I've cut it down to 6 feet.
Yeah.
And I just poke that at people and keep them away.
I love it.
Now, how do you keep a pool noodle erect? Viagra? What do you do to keep it?
Well, they'll stay without water in them.
There's some pretty substantial.
They may droop a little, but
you can stick it out in front of you. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
they're made of a foam. They're not damaged. I'm not damaging people, but I'm just getting the message: stay away from me.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever taken a pool noodle and slipped it through your belt out your zipper and walked?
What?
There you go. There's something you can do, Dwight.
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact. I think you're gonna confuse me with that question. But
If you were Godwin, you'd be able to pop up a picture of it right now. Everything's going okay. Now, are you in Portland?
I am not. I'm in Boise, Idaho, which we
that's right.
we moved here a year ago. Part of my descending the show business ladder strategy.
They say that is the next town. It's going to be what Austin was 30 years ago.
Cool.
The next great place.
Yeah, it is. It's a really great place to live and
Didn't
work.
you just? I'm sorry. Didn't you just have an earthquake?
And we had an earthquake. Yeah. Yes, 2 days ago, and I was sitting in this very blank area. And this is how cynical I've become, though, is that the house literally, a wave went through the house, and then it rumbled, and then another wave went through, and I just went, "Oh, is this all you got? An earthquake? Fine, bring it on. I can handle it."
Like Lieutenant Dan sitting in the crow's nest.
Come on, give me your best shot.
I'm looking out the window going, "Bring on the locusts. I'm fine with this."
We're speaking with Dwight Slade, and if you're watching on YouTube, Ace, can you see Dwight pretty well on the screen there? Okay, cool. This is amazing, and you sound pretty good too. So we've got this all coordinated, so there's not too much of a delay.
Yeah.
Sometimes watching the news, you see the various reporters, and there's a little bit of a lag time.
And I'm enjoying the content.
So
That's great, John.
I like your noodle hunk.
how many? So I'm gathering that you're sort of stuck there for a while. Are you going to the grocery store at all? I'm trying to keep it down to one trip a week.
Yeah, I don't go out of the house. I'm worried. Everything reminds me that I could get it. My car didn't start. I think, well, I've got it. I've got the COVID. Car's not starting.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I get out. I look forward to going to the grocery store, even if it's for 15 minutes. Here we go. We're going to go buy stuff.
Now, Chick, your Toyota wasn't starting, right? Didn't it come down with something?
Corolla virus.
Oh, dear God. You said that in front of a professional comedian?
What do you think? Huh?
smiled.
What does Josh think about it, huh?
I love it.
Now, do you say COVID or do you say Corona?
We've been sticking with Corona, but COVID's kind of catching on. I thought that was kind of an NPR thing where they wanted to be absolutely precise.
I think Corona's out there.
COVID means
Corona.
coronavirus 2019. That's what COVID-19 means, apparently. So
I do COVID around my friends, so I look smart.
Yeah.
And then I did Corona in house.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
I call it the Oriental sneezies. Is that wrong?
Yeah. I believe they
Josh
determined.
uses-
I believe it was determined that Kung flu was pejorative.
Oh, okay.
I think
see, yeah.
they opted not
He
to say
uses
that.
Oriental for other things than rugs.
Okay.
Oh, I like it. I really like it.
There we go.
There you go, professional comedy. Dwight Slade is our guest, distinguished comedian, one of the very best, and I've seen his show many times. And obviously, you don't know when you're going to be going back out. So, do you have alternative things to occupy your time? Are you what are you doing?
Well, Dad, gosh, just trying to get over the pandemic here for a second. I'm going to explore my email a little bit deeper. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been deleting a lot over the years, and I think now I'm going to maybe I'd like a home in the Ukraine. Perhaps I really have won $25 million in a Nigerian lottery. I'm going to get into it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, how many unread emails do you have in your email? Seriously, can you tell?
167.
That's nothing.
How many do you have?
Yeah, how many do you have, Tom?
I can't even imagine. Thousands. Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands.
Let me check.
Almost
Got 10
as many,
from me.
almost as many pictures as he has. Pictures and video.
Where does it tell you on this thing? How many you have?
At the top of your email list.
Where?
Dwight, sit tight for 45
Oh, wait a
minutes.
second. I got it. I have 40,834.
That's
Unread.
That's unacceptable.
That's ridiculous.
You don't believe me? I'd have you come over here, but you'd have got
I
the
believe
cooties.
you. That's
Why
the
don't you
problem.
just delete them all if you're not going to read them?
There might be an important one in there.
Well, how would you know?
Hey, look,
This
Christy.
is the electronic equivalent of keeping newspapers
Yes,
like you
it
do.
See,
is.
I was just going to say, I'm
Yeah.
sure Dwight's familiar with this. Since you've gotten married, you understand that there are certain rules about stuff you can keep and can't keep. So all your cool stuff's had to be thrown away. At least I can hoard my emails.
There
Okay.
might be an important one in there.
Yeah,
You're going to find an invite to John Fox's memorial.
Why go there? Why go there?
Watch the entire show live or on demand with the Bob and Tom VIP All Access Pass. Listen live with the Bob and Tom app and make sure to visit bobandtomstore.com. Tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.